in Cambridge. I'm from the Hudson Valley, and I came to Boston for school at Berkeley. Ended up seeking other opportunities and dropping out, but I am just a full-time musician now. So you just picked me up from my music together classes that I teach with the babies, with a band called The New Review, which is a Boston punk band, and I perform with my solo project, which is really a trio. So it's kind of contradiction there, solo trio. But yeah, we just played Brighton Music Hall a couple weeks ago. We were at the Middle East before that. And we'll be back at Brighton Music Hall in November. At Thunder Road and Somerville, and we traveled to New York and Burlington. So, yeah, it's fun.
So you sing and
I sing.
you play
I sing
guitar.
mostly. The guitar thing is fairly new. I can't really call myself a beginner anymore, but yeah. I just bought a new guitar on Monday. It's a pink Strat. I got it at the Cambridge Antique Market. Just fell in love with it. But yeah, you can find me on all social medias as that.
Instagram?
And Instagram, yep. Mr. Aubrey Haddard. YouTube, yep. All of the stuff.
Have a band.
I have a band, yeah.
And what are their names and what do they do?
So I actually have a couple bands. The New Review is a group of kids that met at Berkeley. And there's 8 of us. But we got a full lineup. Like a full horn section and full rhythm section, keys, guitar, and everything. And that is just really fun. A lot of energy.
So what genre?
It's like soul music, it's funk. But it's original, so there's that. And then my solo project is Josh Sturmick on drums, and my boyfriend Charlie on bass. So it's been a lot of fun. And we're recording an album. We're going to be putting it out soon. We're doing like a couple secret shows in Boston if you're on the mailing list. And we're going to record some videos and release those. And then hopefully we'll be able to release the album with label support.
So which studio are you using?
We've been using the Record Co. And it's a non-profit recording there for years now, so they sort of help us out. My engineer used to intern and then work there as one of their house engineers, so they also help him out. And it's just been like really affordable. It's a comfortable room for us. We're very familiar with it.
So the new album, how many songs?
10 songs. So it's all stuff I wrote in the last year, and it's with the electric lineup. So the EP that you just heard was my first solo release. I released it about a year ago. Totally acoustic, first takes kind of thing. This album is 10 songs, twice as long. Full drum kit, electric bass, and electric guitar, with a lot of production, a lot of background vocals, and cool sound.
So you're a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
So you wrote 10 songs on the new album?
Wow. Yeah. It's cool. We threw out a couple tunes, and then we added, my boyfriend Charlie is a really wonderful songwriter too, so we added one of his songs into the mix.
So do you collaborate?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
So you write the music. Who does the lyrics?
I do everything. But Charlie gave us this song that he wrote, so we kind of got to rearrange it and do some different things with it, take it in a different direction than it was originally written in. But he wrote all of that song.
So are you a producer?
I guess, definitely on this album, yeah, I would have production credits. I've done minimal work with, as a hired producer on other people's work that I'm not on. But mostly other vocalists, working with other vocalists in the studio. Just kind of helping them through the recording process, because it can get a little sticky.
So, which musicians inspire you?
Famous musicians, you mean? So many. I don't know. I guess right now I've been listening to a lot of Margaret Glaspie. She's a songwriter, singer-songwriter. Rock and roll. I actually just saw Patti Smith speak last weekend, and that was pretty awesome.
How was that?
It was really cool. So she just published another book, and I'm a huge fan of her writing and her music and her aesthetic and everything she stands for, obviously, as people are with Patti Smith. But she was supposed to talk about her book. She had a horrible migraine though, and she couldn't read. So she was going to be reading and talking, but she couldn't read. So she ended up just performing in a really intimate,
How many people were there?
Probably just a couple hundred, and it was in an auditorium, and she sang. It was really cool. So she definitely inspires me.
Just by herself?
Just by herself. She had her daughter actually on piano accompanying her too, but she was playing guitar. I've definitely woken up to write lyrics, but I can't say I've written music. I have moments where you sort of like you hear something and you kind of like dig a little bit deeper for it, and then you can like fish it out. But that'll be just like walking down the street or something. But I love writing melodies out of stuff. It's the best way to remember them. And then you understand them completely. You know what I mean? They're not such a mystery. If you can just like scribble them out on some notation paper.
And when you write the lyrics, do you write the music or do you save them?
It depends. I think, speaking of Patti Smith, when I started reading her books, I got a little bit more into just writing the lyrics, but I think so often lyrics, words are so melodic in themselves, so it's kind of, or vice versa, you can kind of like, if you have the music, there are words that will break themselves out of that music in a way that like, you can like pull words out of a certain progression or a certain little line. It sounds like those words were meant to be there. Or the same for words. If you've got lyrics, even just in the way that you're saying them, the natural rhythm of them, and the natural pitches of people's voices and things like that can direct a melody so easily. And that's when the real marriage happens, if they're just hand in hand, I think.
So it's sort of like poetry, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. With just one extra dimension. I have an interview on Friday for a radio station. I always get nervous because I worry that I'm just going to walk in there and they're going to say, so, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. They leave like big open-ended questions where I don't even know where to start.
So, what radio station?
The Emerson radio station, WERS, right? So, yeah. But it should be fun. I think this girl, she's done her homework a little bit. She's been through some shows.
Ah, your shows?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Be good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's
I
so nice to meet you. It's Brian, right?
Yeah.
Great talking to you, man. Thanks.
Likewise. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
No,